All right.
We're just chit-chatting with Sheriff Bill Gore. He's joining us right now to talk about a number of topics.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. We're talking about, first of all, Sheriff, good morning.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning.
Yeah, we're talking about this drug that has now been used, I guess, on an experimental basis, and now it's part of your operation, and it's Naloxone, right?
Right.
And basically it helps people who are overdosing on heroin.
Right.
And this has been controversial because some people say basically you're enabling these people to do heroin if they know they're just going to be able to save their lives.
Well,
but it has saved lives.
Right. We've got a trial project, a pilot program that we started in our Santee station. It's a 6-month trial. We're working with the county medical director to set up protocols for this, train our deputies. Scripps Healthcare has furnished the money to purchase the Naloxone. And so far, since July 7th, just in one of our stations, we've saved 3 lives already.
Wow.
I doubt if somebody's going to go out and start using heroin or are abusing prescription drugs like oxycodone because they think the sheriff's going to come in and save them when they overdose. That's not part of the thought process. Yeah. On the other hand, if the sheriff's department can save a life, that's what we're going to do. So we're studying this program in Santee. It's Santee Lakeside, unincorporated El Cajon. See how it goes. So far, it's been a gigantic success. And then if we see it's working, we're going to expand it countywide.
Okay, just one more follow-up, and that is, how bad of a problem is heroin in this town? I know it's getting worse and worse because the cartels are just flooding this area with this stuff. How bad is it right now, and who is it reaching?
It's bad, and I think the problem starts with the abuse of prescription drugs, to be quite honest. The use of oxycodone and the other painkillers that we find and kids find in their medicine cabinets. They get hooked on this. All that is synthetic heroin. They get hooked on that, and then they can't afford it anymore. It's very expensive, and heroin is cheaper. So you see them shifting to heroin to get that same high, and it's readily available from the cartels in Mexico. So it's a big problem throughout, and it's a big problem throughout the country now.
Yeah. Tell us exactly how this Naloxone works. You were just explaining it to me. And does this help people who are addicted or only folks who have overdosed?
It's just for people that have overdosed. We did a survey when this was first brought to our attention. There's some police departments back east that are using this, and we brought to our attention by the drug czar, the Office of National Drug Control Policy. So we did a study of how many times our deputies are the first ones on the scene when somebody overdoses to see if we might be able to make a difference. And the numbers were shockingly high. We are the first people there before the EMTs get there and other emergency services. So that's why we're doing this pilot project. What it does, it gets somebody that's already overdosed, unconscious, and it's an inhaler, a nasal spray, one in each nostril. Our deputies carry it in their glove compartment, and it's amazing. It's acting just as it was advertised. Yeah. These people are unconscious. There's hardly any respiratory action on there, and boom, they're back to life.
Wow.
It's truly an amazing drug.
It's a lifesaver.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is a lifesaver. All right, I know the Las Colinas Prison Detention Center is going to be opening up, and this is really exciting for a lot of people because it's not just going to be a lockup. You're really focusing on rehab, which is so important.
Absolutely. You know, we're going through this grand experiment in California with criminal justice realignment, the shifting of inmates from state prisons to county jails. Right. And we can't continue to do what the state has done, and just warehousing these people. Sure. And with a 72% recidivism rate. So if we're going to be successful in San Diego County and sheriffs all over the state, we're going to have to concentrate on programming in our facilities to give these people the tools they need so that when they come out of our facilities, they can hopefully be successful. Yeah. And you do that through substance abuse programming, you do it through literacy, anger management, cognitive behavioral training to change that criminogenic thinking that got them in jail in the first place. And our goal is to keep them from coming back to our facility. Las Colinas, the new women's detention facility, enables us to use the architecture of a prison to help us in that goal. What we'll have there, one of the things is what we call incentive-based housing. So it starts people thinking, okay, if I take more responsibility in my life and I hold myself accountable, they will move from one housing module to another with less supervision to hopefully gradually prepare them to transition back into the community. At the same time, they're getting other programming in our facility. We're really excited about it. It's going to be a little crowded for a while. What we're doing is populating phase one this week, as a matter of fact, and that'll be about 850 inmates into our new phase one. Then we tear down the old facility, build phase two, and when it's all done in 2016, we'll have about 400 more beds in a campus-type environment that will be conducive to rehabilitation. It's not touchy-feely.
No.
It's all about doing this, in a morally responsible and fiscally responsible way, and making these people productive members of our community.
I think that's really great. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but I want to ask you real quick, is that something that we may see go nationwide?
Well, I think you're seeing it, yes, throughout California, definitely with realignment, and a lot of states are ahead of us, to be quite honest, in this rehabilitation and programming inside our institutions. We're excited about it. We know we're not going to turn all these people around, but we don't have to. We just do a better job in the state, and we'll be able to keep those crime rates at record low rates, and we'll make this affordable. And it's just the right thing to do.
It's important to at least try.
Absolutely.
It's the right way to think.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Brandy.
We'll come out.
Thanks, Dan.
We'll visit you.
We'd love to have you out there. Come out, we'll take you a tour, and we'll show you what's going on out there. It's a great new facility, and a lot of people working very hard out there.
That'd be great.